think of into action heroes. The idea was really going on. 2. Pray. More than brains to solve this puzzle, buddy.
Road he takes to avoid it.
The great thing about movies like Novocaine and The Accountant is how they turn people we wouldn't normally think of into action heroes. One of the things I loved about the first Accountant movie was how it showed people with special skills. It made me imagine a John Wick style world where people with special needs are secretly running things and we have no idea what's really going on. Makes you wonder, maybe we are the ones who are just clueless.
You're so stupid!
The Accountant Part 2 appears to be reaching for this, building a little more on the world of the first movie, and it doesn't let me down. That's my happy dance right there. When The Accountant first came out in 2016, it didn't get a huge reaction, but over time, more people have come to appreciate it. I personally liked it a lot and have rewatched it several times since it came out. Now, 8 years later, Ben Affleck reprises his role as director Gavin O'Connor brings us back to the story of Christian Wolff, the autistic accountant who's great with numbers and great with guns. In this second film, Christian's autism is still his superpower, giving him the ability to handle numbers incredibly fast and take down bad guys with deadly skill. And if he's coming for you, there's only one thing left to do: pray. Christian doesn't actually do much accounting here. This time, he teams up with his brother for a brutal body adventure, and the movie finds a lot of fun in all the craziness, making it an even better sequel. The story focuses on him and his brother Braxton, played by Jon Bernthal, solving the puzzle left by J.K. Simmons' character Raymond King. There are good fight scenes, shootouts, and car chases. I must say, however, that if you're expecting a regular action movie, you might be a little disappointed. But if you like the style of the first movie and didn't mind the light action, then you are going to love this one. The Accountant 2 kicks off with chaos. Raymond King, who is now the former deputy director of a financial crimes unit, meets a mystery woman, played by Daniella Pineda, at a bar, but they are quickly attacked by hitmen. Raymond doesn't survive, but before he dies, he writes a message on his arm for his former teammate Marybeth Medina, played by Cynthia Addai-Robinson. Meanwhile, Christian is shown attending a speed dating event. He's found a way to game the system so he gets the most attention from women. Haha, you're going to need a lot more than brains to solve this puzzle, buddy. As expected, it was a disaster.
Dude, is this you flirting? This is painful.
Even though he's brilliant with numbers, he's still super awkward socially, and so he just makes a mess of everything. This scene sets the tone and hints of what to expect for the rest of the film. Marybeth tries to reach Christian through Harbor Neuroscience, the center where he grew up after his father's death. Harbor Neuroscience is home to Justine, played by Alison Robertson, a mute genius who helps Christian using a British computer voice. In this movie, Justine's group has grown to include super smart kids who are amazing at hacking and gathering info. Watching them work was a real treat. Ben Affleck does a good job showing Christian's charm as he tries to connect more with his brother Braxton. The chemistry between Affleck and Bernthal really carries the movie. Despite being frustrated with his older brother, Braxton steps in to help when Christian asks him to. Together, they dive into a messy world of pimps, snipers, and cartel bosses. If only these criminals had paid attention to wise words, they would not have made the mistakes that they did. Tell him, Master Ogoe.
One often meets his destiny on the road he takes to avoid it.
This is very true in this movie, though it's not certain if that's what the script was going for. The story feels a little complicated at times, and if you really start picking apart the plot, you'll find that some of it doesn't add up. Some parts of the ending feel a bit too easy, especially the rescue scene in a children's shelter in Juarez, which comes off as a little generic compared to the more unique earlier parts of the movie. But honestly, the laughs from Affleck's awkwardness and Benthal's tough guy attitude more than make up for the story's weaker parts. Christian and Braxton are total opposites, and their playful fights lead to some of the movie's funniest moments. Affleck makes Christian feel more real this time around, showing a softer side under his serious face. He even tries to connect with others, like when he hits the dance floor at a honky-tonk bar. Ben Affleck really scores here, making Christian's growth look genuine. Affleck spent months practicing line dancing to make it look right, and it pays off. He's able to also pull off the excited look on Christian's face, like a guy realizing it is possible to have fun outside his careful little world. Braxton celebrating his brother's efforts from the corner of the bar was pure gold.
My big brother up there!
And all this for a woman. Make us do the craziest things, don't they? And we love them for it. Thanks to scenes like these, The Accountant 2 is actually even more fun than the first movie. Bernthal shines as Braxton, bringing a lively little brother energy that perfectly matches Affleck's quiet seriousness. Their arguments about dogs versus cats or how to pull off an ambush are a thrill. Director Gavin O'Connor shapes a fun story about two brothers who spend their lives keeping their guard up but finally learn to open up to each other. Affleck and Bernthal bring the story to life with every awkward hug, glare, and childish comeback. They are such a fun pair. It better not take another 9 years before they team up again for another wild ride. But I stand to be corrected, so I remain open-minded.